Over the next 4 days, I'll be in Tulum, Mexico at a workshop with the country's just top wedding videographers, learning from them, picking up some tidbits of information that I can bring back home to my own business. But I'm not going to talk too much about the specifics of that workshop, but I will say that we are going to be doing a bunch of style shoots in Mexico while I'm there. There's a couple of things that are going to be happening on the beach. There's a couple of things that'll be shot in the jungle. A bunch of different style shoots that are going to be happening. So I'm really going to be able to push this camera to its test and see how well it performs versus my cinema grade camera. Now, this camera has just completely went viral over the past couple of weeks ever since it's come out. DJI is just well known and regarded for their high quality products already, but I really wanted to get my hand on this thing to see how well it actually was able to perform. So what better way to do that than in Mexico? It's harder than I had imagined, but still I painted from memory. It's 75 in December and back home. It's harder than I had imagined it would be. All right, so we have landed in Tulum, Mexico. It was a little bit stressful because my flight was delayed by like 2 hours, and it was a very tight timeline. Like, I had to land and get to the shuttle that was taking us from Cancun to Tulum like almost instantly. So basically, like how I booked my flight, there was no room for like delays, and we had a 2-hour delay because something was wrong with the airplane. Anyways, we got here and the place is absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna flip the camera around so you guys can see where we're staying right now. Look at this place, bro. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 really lives up to its hype, and that's coming from a videographer that religiously uses cinema grade cameras on the daily basis. This thing was absolutely amazing to use, and I think the biggest takeaway from me using this all while I was in Tulum for the entire week was how easy it is to just pull it out of my pocket, flip the screen up, and I'm immediately ready to record. When I'm traveling, whether it be for work or with family, I don't want to be the center of attention with this big fancy camera and this big fat old lens. I want to be able to record high quality content, but do it from a standpoint where it's easy for me to be able to do it and also easy for me to be able to put the camera away. Oftentimes when I bring my big cinema camera that I'm filming on right now, I'll end up having to put the camera together, film my shots, and then disconnect it, take it apart, put it back in the camera case, and just repeat that process for all the different clips that I want to shoot. For the Osmo Pocket, this is it. I think this is why a lot of people really enjoy it, because it's perfect for vloggers, it's perfect for YouTubers, content creators, people that want to film in horizontal and vertical aspect ratios, people that just want something fast, quick, and easy to be able to film with. This camera is honestly for you. Many times when I was walking around Tulum, this was just slipped down right in my pants pocket or my swim trunks pocket, and it fit perfectly fine. And that was with the battery, the extra battery extender connected to it. So, I mean, even with this thing fully rigged out, it still was so compact and so easy to just flip on, and I'm immediately ready to shoot 2 seconds later. And I think that is one of the reasons why this camera has really been like the hottest item of 2024 so far. Now, just to give you a little idea of what exactly is put into this little camera that makes it so great, the first thing is the 3-axis stabilizing gimbal. Now, DJI is known for their gimbals and their drones. They use the exact same mechanics for their handheld gimbals and their drones. into this gimbal, and it just makes it such a nice process. If you've ever been one to film while you're walking, you know that you see a lot of shaking and bouncing up and down while you're taking steps in your camera footage. Well, that's not as obvious when you're using the Osmo Pocket 3 because it has a built-in gimbal that stabilizes and helps to compensate for some of that movement when you're walking around. Just to blurt off a couple of other specs that the camera has as well, it does have a 1-inch sensor, it can shoot up to 4K 120, and it has a 2-inch rotatable screen. It also is able to shoot in D-Log, and I did shoot a few clips in D-Log just to see what it looked like, but basically it's a super saturated picture profile that retains a lot of color information in the actual video clips, so then you can do a lot of work in post. But most of my clips that you're seeing right now are shot from just the natural 10-bit color profile. It also boasts an amazing ActiveTrack 6.0 and has what's advertised as 166 minutes of battery life, not including the additional battery charger that we talked about a little bit earlier. Now, I got the creator bundle, and it comes with a couple of different things, not just the camera, but also basically everything that you need to get started. It comes with obviously the Osmo Pocket 3, and it comes with 2 additional handles. One is a battery extender where basically it's like a portable battery charger. The Osmo Pocket I found has really good life already for the battery, but when you plug the battery charger in with it, it honestly lasts me all day long. Now on the bottom of that battery charger, it has a 1/4 screw mount so that you can screw in the little tripod feet that DJI has graciously already provided to us. Now if you don't want to have the battery charger attached to the actual camera, but you still want to use the little tripod feet, it does come with a little extension piece that is not a battery charger but still has that 1/4 screw mount on the bottom so you can still use the tripod feet. It also comes with this really nice leather case, and it has an additional case just for the Osmo Pocket itself. And it also comes with a lens modifier, basically making the lens on the Osmo Pocket a little bit wider. And this is really good for vloggers, especially if you have multiple people in your shot at the same time. Making sure that you can fit everybody in the frame all in one is really, really cool. And the fact that this is magnetic and a pretty strong magnet at that is really awesome as well. I had this lens modifier on my Osmo Pocket for a good portion of my trip in Tulum, and it never really fell off. Right about now, you're probably thinking, dang, this camera looks really, really good. And you're wondering whether or not it's useful for you. Maybe you already have a whole bunch of cameras and you're a videographer or a photographer, and you're wondering if you should add this onto your kit. Or maybe you are trying to get into the content creation space and you want to buy your first camera and you're wondering if this is the best option. Coming from a videographer, this is the best option. This simplifies you having to get not only a camera, but also a gimbal. Not only a gimbal, but also a microphone. Not only a microphone, but also a tripod. Everything that you need to just be able to get up and shoot content immediately is right here in this little creator combo. And I honestly think for less than $700, I think it'll be a little bit over $700 after tax, depending on where you live. But for $700, you're getting a camera that can shoot 4K 120, a really solid microphone, a tripod built in, double batteries. I don't think right now any other company is making anything that comes even close to making something like the Osmo Pocket 3. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not sending this camera back. This camera is definitely staying in my kit, and I will continue to use this thing. And I actually have some ideas. I really want to shoot a wedding, like a full wedding day with just the Osmo Pocket 3 and see how it comes out. But ultimately, I'm really pleased with how the Osmo Pocket held up. I think that it did a lot of justice for the beauty that is Tulum, Mexico, and I can't wait to take this thing out on a lot more destinations with me. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like. If you like this type of content, be sure to subscribe because I post videos every Tuesday and every Sunday. I also have a lot of content coming out on Instagram, so if you're not following me over there, make sure to do that. And finally, I also have an apparel line for creatives and believers, so if any of those sound like that appeals to you, definitely make sure to click all the links down in the description box below. Until the next video, see you later.
Oi, mate, how do you do? We've got the wife. We've got a mini Godzilla here.